In Sumerian mythology, Enlil is one of the most powerful and significant deities, often considered the god of wind, air, earth, and storms. But Enlil was more than just a god of the elements. He was a force of divine authority, a cosmic ruler whose decisions shaped the fate of gods and men alike. Enlil's primary seat of worship was the holy city of Nippur, a spiritual center in ancient Mesopotamia. Here stood his great temple, the Nippur, meaning house of the mountain. This wasn't just a place of worship, it was the axis mundi, the link between the heavens and the earth, where gods would convene to decide the fate of the world. Priests of Nippur didn't serve a king, they served Enlil, and kings, no matter how powerful, journeyed to Nippur to receive Enlil's blessing. His word legitimized rule. In the beginning, according to Sumerian cosmology, the universe was a unified mass. Heaven and earth were joined. But from this primeval unity, the gods brought order by separating the heavens from the earth. This act gave birth to two great domains. An, the god of the sky, ruled the heavens, and Ki, the goddess of the earth, became the land. Their union brought forth Enlil. Enlil was the boundary between heaven and earth. He became the breath of life, the wind, the storm, the power that fills the space between the divine and the mortal. When An grew old, he bestowed the tablets of destiny, divine instruments that held the laws and fates of the universe, into Enlil's hands. From that moment, Enlil was the executive force of the cosmos. With the tablets of destiny, Enlil structured civilization. He gave humans the gifts of farming, irrigation, and city building. Under his rule, humanity prospered, laws were upheld, kings were chosen, and order triumphed. Yet Enlil's rule was not without its storms. He was known to be harsh, unforgiving. When humans grew too noisy and chaotic, Enlil didn't hesitate. In the famous Sumerian flood myth, it was Enlil who decided that mankind should be destroyed. Enlil sent a great deluge to drown the world. He wanted silence, order, and peace. But not all gods agreed. The god Enki, known for his wisdom and compassion, secretly warned immortal Zeus Sudra to build a boat and preserve life. This ancient flood story predates the biblical Noah and reflects the deep tensions in Mesopotamian mythology between justice and mercy. Despite his fury, Enlil was not evil, and Sumerian thought he was a necessary force. He enforced the divine balance, making sure the world didn't fall into chaos. Throughout Mesopotamian history, kings claimed to be shepherds chosen by Enlil. His approval was essential for kingship. Even mighty rulers like Sargon of Akkad and Hammurabi invoked his name. Without Enlil, there was no legitimacy. Enlil's consort was Ninlil, the goddess of air. Their relationship is central to many myths, especially the tale where Enlil is banished to the underworld for seducing her. Yet even in exile, Enlil's role remained vital. With Ninlil, he fathered gods such as Nana, the moon god, and Ninurta, the warrior god. As time passed, Enlil's prominence faded. In Babylon, the god Marduk rose in status, taking over many of Enlil's powers. The tablets of destiny were now his. But even then, Enlil was never forgotten. In myth and memory, he remained the ancient ruler of heaven and earth. In Sumerian mythology, Enlil was not just a deity. He was the wind that carries fate, the storm that brings judgment, and the breath between heaven and earth.